Hey guys, it's Ashleen. I just filmed a tutorial with this look. It was sort of a chit chat, get ready, trying a couple of new products, doing something a little bit different for me. So a bit of a natural, I mean, it's makeup, it's not natural, but an everyday glam look that you can use. So if you had to work in an office, you could wear this. So something, or if you were like a personal assistant to someone and you needed to be on point, this is what you could use. I've tried a few new products because I'm going in to have an operation done on my scar, which you can't really even see because I've used a full coverage foundation. That was the whole point of me trying these new products, was to get something that was going to be full coverage, that was going to cover scars, that was still easy to put on in a short time frame. So anyway, if you want to see how to get this look, then please keep watching. Hey guys, it's Ashleen. I've just realised that I was talking, doing my whole intro, and the camera wasn't turned on. So basically what I have just done is I have used the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer, which is fantastic. It's not marketed for oily skin, but I don't know what, it's got some sort of magic in there, and it just really helps with my oil production. So I put that on, waited a couple of minutes, and then I have invested in a full coverage foundation called the Hourglass Stick Foundation. I think that's what Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation. I'm in the colour Shell, and I've just drawn a few lines on my face and blended it in with my Real Techniques buffing brush. Just going to pop a bit more over this little scar area. You can build this. It's easy to put on. You just buff it in. Circular, stippling, buffing motions. I will be recording another video shortly explaining the surgery that I am having on Monday. It's Tuesday the 29th of August today, so Monday the 4th of September. I'm going into Chris O'Brien Lifehouse, which is in the Royal Prince Alfred Hospital in Sydney, in Newtown. I'm going in to have this pesky skin cancer taken off. I can tell you right now, I don't think I'll be leaving until the darn thing is gone, because I've had a gutful of it. I'm sick of having my face cut open. I'm going to use my BH Studio Pro Concealer in these areas. It's pretty full coverage. I'm not going to take it right up to under my eyes because that's when I have trouble with creasing, but I'm going to put makeup there anyway. Just stipple it in using the same brush that I use for my foundation. Just to brighten things up a bit. I did invest in a couple of higher end things specifically for the coverage, which was the Hourglass Vanish Foundation, the stick foundation, and the Hourglass Veil Primer, only because I just haven't had any luck with any of the other primers. They're good, but then I find I have to touch up. Being a nurse, a community nurse, I drive around in the car all day. I don't have time to touch up my foundation. I don't work in an office. I'm in my car. If I need to go to the toilet, I have to stop and go to the toilet in a petrol station. So I just don't have the time to stop. I'm going to prime my eyes today because they're just a bit veiny looking and a bit funny. So I'm using the e.l.f. Sheer eye primer. You just put it on like you would like a concealer. So for work, I leave the house at 6:30 in the morning. I get to my first client's house at 7 a.m. Depending on their need for care, so they could be at really high care, they could need full hoist. For shower, personal care, wound management, diabetes management, it all depends. So I don't have time for that. I could see between 8 and sometimes I'll get 12 and 11 clients a day. I still have to be back in time to get my kids from school, and I really just don't have time. Well, I'm going to set using the RCMA Original No Colour Power. I don't have time to muck around and stop and, you know, touch up my foundation. So once I go back to work, after I've fully recovered from this operation, I still want to have a good coverage foundation. I may be a nurse, but I still do care and want to look nice when I go to work. So this is I've invested in these. I probably won't use them every day because they are hugely expensive. And I don't know how long it'll last because it's a stick foundation. It's not a huge, there's not a lot of product in it. And it's a lot of money to spend on something. But you get the results. I just need to get the tissue, excuse me. You get the results. You get the coverage with it. You get the finish. And my big thing is I don't get that oil build up around my T-zone and on my forehead. So it's well worth investing in. Now I got a new, oh, it's not really new, it's new for me. I ordered it off Catch of the Day. It's the L'Oreal Glam Bronze. So I'm not really going to contour, I'm just going to work it into the areas where you would sort of contour, just to give a bit of dimension and shape back to my face. My holy grail is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, but I'm trying to use different things because you're going to just absolutely get sick of me just using the same things all the time. So we'll try something different. So that's that. I'm going to use the Carly Bible palette. I'm going to use this mauvey colour just on the apples of my cheeks and work it up. My dog won't stop barking. I don't know why. He's not happy about something. So it sort of acts as like a highlighter and a blush, just a bit of colour in the cheek area. That's with this thing. And I don't want it to break, but it's a pain in the ass and I keep losing it. Excuse me, so I have to go and deal with my dog. One minute. Alright, he's being a right little turd, so he's inside. He thinks he's a cat. He's up on the back of the couch. Aren't you? Get down. Right, so I've just done highlighter slash blush. I'm going to use the same palette to do a quick look on my eyes. I'm not going to do anything too amazingly fancy. So I'm just going to go from top to bottom, top of the, what's that called? An eyebrow, all the way down. With this very top colour here. I'm going to pop it on with my, ooh! Obviously I don't want to use it. My Isabella Scott eyeshadow brush. And we'll just pop it all the way over. My eyebrows need to be done and my hair needs to be done, but that's all happening on Friday because I want to go into hospital and not have to worry about my hair and my eyebrows. I think I'm having one night in just because my little boy's at home, and I'll get more rest in the hospital than I would at home, and I think my husband will get more rest as well because even though I'm a nurse, I don't cope very well with pain. I have a good pain threshold. I'm going to use this one here, this colour, which is the middle one. Just going to work that into the crease, just under the socket. Make sure you tap it off because there is a lot of pigment in this palette, and it's fantastic because you'll have it forever because you don't need to use much product. I've found it stays well if you use a good primer underneath it and a good setting spray, and you get a lot more longevity out of your product. Just wipe. I thought I bought a third brush down there. I don't know what I did with it. That's alright. I'm going to use this color here, just on the outer corner of my eyes, and just work it in a little bit, like a bronze, not too much. And my mirror's here, so I'm sort of glancing back and forth. Oh, sorry. But I don't have, I'm not a fancy schmancy YouTuber, and I don't have all the amazing equipment that everyone else does, so we'll just work with what we have here. I'm going to use, what are we going to use? See if I can find that brush. 1 second. I've got an absolute shiffer all over the table and I can't find anything, so give me a minute. Right, I'm going to use this same bronze here, just under my lower lash line, and a tiny bit on the top lash line as well, to sort of bring it all together. If you have blue eyes or green eyes, bronzers are just great because they just brighten up and they really intensify the color of your eyes. Sort of just ties it all together. I'm not going to do too much more with it. I've got an e.l.f. brightening eyeliner, I think it is called. It doesn't really say on the box, but it's just an e.l.f. brightening eyeliner. And it's got a sharpener in the lid. Oh, that was my fattest cat, the fattest cat you've ever seen. That's Misty. She's a pork chop. I'm just going to do the upper lash line and the lower lash line with that, but I'm going to do that off camera. So I just went ahead and did my eyeliner, my eyebrows, and my mascara off of camera. So I just did like a little, ooh, I'm throwing things everywhere, a little baby wing, just a little tiny one. And I didn't actually use a liquid eyeliner to do this. You don't have to use a liquid eyeliner. I used the e.l.f. Eye Brightening Pencil in Black. On my brows, I used the Ardell Medium Brown Brow Pomade. So with the little spoolie and the little brush on the end. And then I used Full and Soft Waterproof Mascara by Maybelline. So that's the eyes done. It's a nice, simple look. On my lips, I didn't do a highlighter, but I might just be a bit extra and just pop a bit of my Australis K-Pop highlight. Just a tiny bit here, here, and here. Oh, why the heck not? Right, I am going to use a lip stain. Now this is a stiff upper lip stain, Moodstruck Minerals by Unique. This is in the colour Sleek. And it is a stain. When I first got it, I was like, what the hell am I thinking? This is going to be horrible. But it ends up actually looking quite nice. That's the colour on. You do have to learn to work with them. It's not something you're going to go, yep, done, and I can do it. Now my lips are a little bit dry, so I'm just going to use a Napoleon Purtis Autopilot Lip Service in Cherry, just to sort of give it a bit of a sheen and a bit of moisture. It's just that colour. So that's the final look. Now, I don't even know what I'm going to call this, but it's just a little bit more, we'll just call it like a natural glam, I think, because I've used bronzers on my eyes. I've done a tiny little wing, but I've sort of concentrated more on a bold look and more on my skin being more full coverage this time around. I am going to finish it off with another one that I have sort of, this was $49, I think. It's not cheap. You don't need a great deal, but the oil control in this is the Urban Decay De-Slick Makeup Setting Spray. If you're like me and you do find by the end of the day you're getting there and you're oily as, like I said, I can't touch up my makeup. Pardon me, I drive all over Sydney to see my clients and I don't have time to look in the mirror, let alone touch up my makeup during the day. I still want to go to work and look nice. I don't want to go to work with no makeup on. I've worn makeup since I was about 13 because that's when I started to get acne. So for me to not wear makeup, it's just not an option. I just don't like not doing it. It's just not me. I'm not a girly girl, but I do really like to put makeup on and to look nice. I still have a little sense of pride. Anyway, so I'm just going to finish off really quickly with the Urban Decay De-Slick Setting Spray. I thought the cat would move then, but she didn't. Anyway, that's a final look. I hope you enjoyed it. Keep an eye out because I will be, I've got a little list of things here. I've got a video I'm going to upload whilst I'm in hospital with some different makeup hints and tips. I am going to upload another video explaining about my surgery and possible outcomes of that surgery. So just keep an eye out. Make sure you like and subscribe, and especially with the video about my surgery, I'd really appreciate it if you shared that with your friends, not for my benefit, but for your benefit, because it is a really important message about sun safety. So anyway, I'll catch you in the next one. Hooroo, guys.